Yay! You made it to another episode of the Weekend Hustle podcast. My name is Shelby and I'll be your host as we dive into barrel racers, athletes, and just people of the world to share, motivate, and inspire us all to be the best that we can be. Together, we can hustle. Hello, all you beautiful people. This is Shelby here, and I'm going to bring you another episode on the Weekend Hustle podcast. So, as always, I hope you like it. I hope you get something from it. I hope something resonates with you in some little small way that just really clicks and allows you to see life in a new perspective, a different lens. Just open yourself up to new possibilities, and that's what we're all here to do. So, I just want to say thank you so much for being a part of this journey with me. And without further ado, let's get started. Today, I want to talk about something I wrote down a little while ago and something I believe is so true just about life and challenges that we face. So in life, there's always going to be challenges. There's always things that are going to come up. Life is not easy. It can be easy, but there's always the inevitable obstacles, confusion, heartbreak, heartache, paths that we didn't expect to go down that we go down, unforeseen circumstances. The list really goes on of all these things that come up in our lives that we have to be able to deal with. Life really throws us these curveballs. And I always think that's interesting of just how life throws things at us. It just continuously is going to be throwing things at us, and we have to be able to handle it. We have to be able to take those things that come with us and try to take it in a way that brings us grace and enjoyment and understanding and acceptance and peace throughout all the chaos. Because we all do know that things happen, things go sideways. It's just a part of life, and I really think there is no escaping it, but there is a way that we can handle it. There's a way that we can face it in a way that is the best for ourselves and the best for others. So, what are some of the things that we can do today to help us when things come our way that we don't really anticipate? And the thing I will say is that we can develop resistance by enduring challenges now willingly. So, like I said, life throws us these curveballs that we have no control over. They come at us, we have to deal with it in a way. We always deal with it in some sort of way. Maybe it's not healthy, but the goal is to obviously do our best, become our best, and that's by handling situations that are true to us, will be more beneficial. It's a lesson learned that we can take and grow and evolve from, not necessarily that we're going to feel defeated and set back because of these things. So when life brings us these things, how can we become more resilient and more capable of handling these challenges? Because like I said, we all know life is going to bring us shit that comes our way. And it's how can we develop the strength and the understanding and awareness and peace when these things happen? How can we use it to flourish and have us grow and not let it defeat us and make us seem small and incapable and out of control? So, developing resistance willingly now looks a lot of different ways for a lot of people, but there are some things that I believe to be true that have helped me just develop the strength and doing things on the daily that I know will help me propel me forward. So I'm going to share those with you, and maybe it'll just be a little bit of a challenge for you to try these out, see how it will help you. Obviously, these things give us real health benefits and they develop resistance. And I mean, the most common one I will start with is working out. It literally, we are pushing our bodies through resistance of weights and exercise and gravity. Gravity is the prime example of something that is pushing on us constantly, every day, all night. We don't see it. It's an invisible force for our eyes, but yet it is there and is constantly pushing us down. Like right now, maybe you heard that, but that was me just like letting gravity bring my arm down to the table. And that's pretty strong. So developing even the resistance physically against gravity will help us with our resistance in other ways that we can't even imagine. So the example of working out, I think, is huge. Fitness, strength, health. We need all of that. We need our body. We need our body to be strong so our mind can operate at that place of strength. And I think, again, mind body works so hand in hand together. So if we're able to start with one, it might be hard to have the mental determination to do something, but if we start with the one thing, start with physical strength, eventually our mind will follow suit. Our mind will catch up to our physical body. And it goes back and forth both ways. If we don't take care of our body, we're doing things that aren't healthy, our mind will eventually follow that path as well. And then we're led into a corner and into a darker place that we feel we can't grow from there. And it's a place that I think we all experience at some point in our lives, which is a good thing. We need to feel those in order to feel the opposite as well. So if you happen to be in that place of, oh, I don't have the motivation, this or this, I guarantee if you start with the one aspect, start with the physical, your mind will follow suit and you will feel stronger mentally because of the things that you are doing physically today. And eventually it won't even be a thought anymore of, do I do this? Because you know it's good for you. You know it brings those positive benefits. It is something that's beneficial to you. And that is, again, the goal. If we're asking ourselves, why do we do this? It's because, why are you living your life? Like, to the core, your life is here for you to grow and evolve and become better. And so if we have that in the forefront of all our decision making, our decisions become pretty obvious and pretty clear of the things that we should be doing every day. So if you ask yourself, does this help me? Is this beneficial? If the answer is no, then the answer is no. And I use that philosophy, that motive all the time. If I want to get ice cream really badly, but I'm like, do I really need it? A, do I really need it? B, is this really going to bring me fulfillment and happiness? Maybe temporarily happiness, but in the long term, it really doesn't. So having those questions that you ask yourself before you make a decision, I find really helpful. And of course, the first one is the physical fitness of being stronger. And we develop that resistance in the gym or at home workouts or through yoga of just being strong physically, holding our body up with integrity and purpose. Those are going to relate into our real lives emotionally and mentally. It is just inevitable. It's just how it works. And it's amazing. So it's just these little things that starting to bring awareness to, I think, will really help us just have that awareness and that mindset of, what can I do now that's going to help me in the future? And we always want to think of that and think in the future. Now we should be looking back 6 months ago and thanking our past selves for what we've done then for ourselves now. So example, even just as far as riding goes, or any example being, if you're trying to accomplish a goal, become better in some way, read a book, improve on some skill or some mindset or some fitness thing. Me, a few months ago, deciding, okay, I'm going to go to the gym at least 4 times a week minimum. And now looking at myself and how I feel about myself, how I look at myself in the mirror, knowing that I've done that work. And now I can look back and be like, thank you, past Shelby, for taking the initiative, doing these things, because now I'm in a place where that gym is just, it's not even, it's a second thought. It's not something I have to willpower my way to do. It's something that is just a part of the routine. Because of that, like I said, I started going, I got the physical strength, and then now my mind is at ease with it. It's not even a battle anymore. It's just something that comes naturally. And we can be at that place. We don't have to fight with ourselves. And that's what I'm saying about this whole episode. It's developing part of that resistance within us that's doing the work willingly now that is hard. So when life gives us hard things unwillingly, which is no matter what going to happen, we can handle it in a way that is purposeful and positive and supports our bigger purpose and supports us down the road through, something bad comes up. Instead of completely feeling defeated, we can use that as lessons learned. We can use it and take the things that are being thrown at us as a way to evolve and adapt and grow and learn and evolve. Like, just keep the evolution going. And I really believe that is part of our highest purpose. So we have horses as well. And I mean, we all want to be good riders. We want to do good for the horse. And I really think it starts with doing good for ourselves. And I just think with everything in life, it all starts with us. So moving on to a couple other examples of how we can become stronger, more capable through the hard things that are coming, and doing these things and enduring some challenges willingly. And I do like the word challenge because it's something that is going to push us. We're setting ourselves up for a challenge. A challenge could be, again, the gym example. You could say, I want to do at least 30 minutes of exercise 4 times a week as a starting point. That's a great starting point. Challenge yourself to 2 weeks of that. See what happens. Challenge yourself to the 75 hard. That's a challenge. And the point of it is that after the 75 days, it becomes so much easier than day one. And that is the whole point of these challenges, where make life become easier for you. Face the difficult, face it head on, and then make it easy. So once the difficult things become easy, when difficult things come up, they'll be easy for you to handle. You will have that strength already because we're working out, literally and figuratively, every day doing these things willingly. So again, when life brings us these hard things, we come at a place of empowerment. We come at a place of strength because we know that we've done the work. We've been quote, exercising mentally and physically to be able to handle these unwilling things, obstacles that just get thrown in our path. So the other one that really sparked this whole concept that I wrote down was just having cold showers. And I won't say just having cold showers because it is a really, really hard thing to do, especially now in Canada. It's winter. We have just a cistern, so a hole in the ground full of water. The water is cold. Don't get me wrong. It becomes ice cold this time of year. And what does cold showers do? It honestly, for me, it's my favorite and most resented thing that I do, because in the moment, it's really, really hard to turn the water that it is cold as possible. It's like, so how I do it is I'll have a normal shower, do all the things, wash myself, whatever. And then I will, at the end, do like quick breathing. I'm like, okay. Let's mentally prepare for this, that I'm going to put the water cold. So I slowly dial it over. It's a slow process. Like you just got to take your time with it, but I will put it all the way cold. And by 30 seconds, I'm kind of spinning under cold water. My body muscles get so tense, but then the craziest thing is that I'm able to relax eventually in it. And that's just such a cool example of literally something so hard and so difficult. Your whole body's saying no, but you stick it out. And then within 30 seconds of you trying to like relax and embrace and breathe through the difficult, uncomfortable things such as ice cold water, you eventually your breath slows down. You're not hyperventilating, like you're just breathing through it. You're breathing through. I think that's just so good that you're able to take this really challenging thing, face it willingly head on, and you overcome it. You breathed through the discomfort. You're on the other side where, hey, it actually doesn't feel that bad anymore. And that is just a power trip in itself. So then when I'm done that, I feel this strength that I've just done. Like, I can handle that. What else can I handle today? What other things can I do to develop this mental practice of developing strength, clarity, resistance, courage in your day-to-day? And it starts by really willingly facing these discomfort. So when discomfort arises unwillingly, you can handle it with ease, grace, and confidence. I hope that makes sense, and I hope that just makes you feel a little bit more empowered to maybe take more control of these uncomfortable situations, because you do have control. And life, again, like, I don't want to be a broken record, but life really does have uncomfortable things that come up. It's just a part of life. It's a part of our experience living on this gorgeous planet that we have to deal with. The ups and downs, the hurdles, the this and that. If we really want to achieve some form of greatness in our life, we're going to have resistance. We're going to face those things. And again, my whole point being, face it on your own terms. Don't just have, getting punched in the face constantly and you're just not able to handle it. But how about just punch your own face? No, I'm just kidding. Oh my God, that's so dumb. But just do the work every day, develop the strength every day, and you will be so amazed at how much more capable you can handle hard times and how much stronger you actually are. So start showing your strength on your own, showing your own strength within yourself. And I guarantee you'll just, in a couple months, you might not even recognize how far you've come or how much more capable and empowered that you feel. And this goes to my other part of the topic that I want to hit on for this episode is that like I feel a lot of people, they want to help people. And I had this conversation with my friend recently. So I know when you listen to this that I'm talking about you, and it's okay. You're a great person. So the thing is we all want to help people in some way. We want to do our part, just be able to help. I think that's all a human trait that we have. We do want to do that. So the thing was doing so in a way that doesn't really align with you and also burns yourself out. So the saying of always, you have to fill your own glass in order to pour into others was basically the conversation that we had. And to me, how I feel about that is that my favorite saying that I believe is so true is that empowered people empower people. So if you think about that for a second, to me, what it means is that you lead by example, and the best teachers do lead by example. They live the life of the principles that they're teaching. They don't necessarily have to keep talking about it or keep showing up and saving the day for people. If they simply start showing up by the example of how they want others to maybe start living, or the other examples of this is how you can become this type of person. This is how you can be more at peace with life. This is how you can become a more confident barrel racer. This is how you can be your own best coach and own best cheerleader and own hero. This is how you can be your own hero. I think that really is the premise, is what I'm getting at with this, is that if you, again, back to the resistance part, if you do the work, you become your lifeboat, because you are your own lifeboat, and you face and do these things that will help you. You ask the questions, is this good for me? Yes, no, then you lean into that. You lean into the things that might be scary, but you should do, that feel right for you, that feel like it's going to bring you growth. It's scary, but you're being called to do it. All those things, remember that has to come at the place of your own empowerment, and that comes from the example that you're bringing to others. And the one quote, I believe it was Mother Teresa, I'm going to paraphrase, but this is what I said as well with my friend, is that imagine if everyone just swept their own doorstep. So imagine if every person just did their little thing. They took care of themselves. What type of world would we live in right now? So I feel like, we're always thinking of helping outside. We're always wanting to help these people, which I do think is great. And yes, it is a community joint effort. But to start off with it, start with ourselves. And this actually relates to riding. If we want the best horses, the best tack, we want to do really, really good, we have to start with ourselves. And there's no shortcuts to that. It's a good and bad thing, I guess, that there are no shortcuts, but it really just puts it in the light of you are the one. You're the one that has to do the work. It's up to you. And I think, again, that's taking back power within yourself to be like, yes, I have to show up this way. I want to be stronger. What can I do now? How can I get better? I want to become a better rider, a better competitor, a better anything. What can I do today to help me get there? And asking those questions. So for barrel racers and riders listening, you want to do good for your horse. It's a partnership. The saying is that they're only as good as you. You are only as good as them. So with that being said, obviously I've seen riders that really get every drop of potential out of their horses. And I find that absolutely beautiful and incredible. And that's something I'm inspired by, and something I look up to do, is that just getting the full potential out of the horse. So how do I do that? If I go back to that principle of it starts with me and I need to start with myself, that would mean that I need to get the most out of myself in order to get the most out of my horse. Do you see that relation there? I think that's just so cool to think about, and really gives you that taking the reins of your own life and of your own things that you want from it. So again, the riding example, if you want to do really good, you have to start with yourself. And it goes back to building that resistance, building that strength, building that growth mindset, and that willingness to learn and grow and evolve through life's obstacles and not let them bring you down. So even in a barrel race, if you don't do good or you're in a rut and all these things are happening, use that as more fuel to your fire for the success, and not let that just defeat you where you're at a place of complete no confidence and you can't do good in that place anyways. But if you use those things as a positive, or as this is happening to me, it's not who I am, I'm like, what is this trying to teach me? And then progress. It's all about the progression. And that's with everything in life, is how can you progress in a way that is meant to be. So for riding, a big pivotal moment was my progression was, no matter what happened in the arena, I was very, very sure of myself as a human and as a person, and I knew who I was. I didn't need those results to speak for myself. I didn't need the result to make me feel better, because I was already fully complete already before I did my run. And that was a huge turning point as someone that maybe lacked the confidence younger, and I needed the approval of society, and I needed to be liked and looked good. I needed to win, basically. Like, I needed that result in order for me to feel fulfilled and feel good. And then I think life taught me through really being garbage for a long time, because I wanted that result so bad. And life is like, you're not getting the result because you're not going to learn this lesson. So it did take me a while to learn that I had to let go of the results, and I had to find something else that was going to fulfill me, that was going to make me feel good and complete and whole. And those things that I did and that I just talked about are the things that did it for me. It made me feel stronger. It made me feel more confident and capable and empowered and sure of myself, because I knew I was putting the work in. And then it got to the point where I was I was content before I did my performance. So no matter what happened in the performance, I was already okay. It didn't matter what happened. Obviously, we all want to do good, but I was able to take my results, either good or bad, in a very level way. It wasn't a high or low. It was, I felt good. I felt good no matter what. And I was able to step forward, always taking a step ahead. I was able to move past that experience with a better understanding, no matter which way it went. Either if I, hit a barrel, didn't do good, or I won the race, I didn't let that affect my ego. I didn't let that change my inner state, because I was already okay. I hope that makes sense. And I think that applies to a lot of things in life, of just being more at peace and just allowing and trusting and knowing you do the work. But then as far as the results go, you can't always control that. And I think the big part of life is knowing our controllables versus our uncontrollables. And taking a cold shower is a controllable that has health benefits. It makes us freaking strong mentally, and it's good for our body. Really hard, but rewarding. And it is about that choosing our own hard, which I might finish up on that concept, which relates to all this of choosing your hard. It's really hard to wake up at 5 a.m., go to the gym, do this, ride your horses, prepare, read, schedule, be strict with yourself, do things that are good for you. That can be really difficult. Cooking meals regularly, meal prepping is really hard in the moment, but then the future will it'll be easier for you in the future, because you'll be healthier, you have all these things, you'll feel better, blah, blah, blah. So it's like that instant gratification as well. So choosing your hard, or you don't choose your hard in the moment, you slack off, you're being lazy, you're doing this, you're feeling, oh shit, I could do so much more, but I'm hating myself because I'm not going to the gym, I'm not doing this. And you just kind of fall into that rabbit hole and that trap of I feel that negative when I even just said that. So maybe you feel that too. I don't even have to explain it, but you're just in not a place of growth and abundance and control. You're just kind of not doing well. Let's say, you're just instantly wanting to fulfill and get this dopamine hit of whatever it is. But then later on, so that is easy. That's choosing the easy first. That's just being comfortable in the moment. And then in the future, you're going to be faced with hards that you don't control. And it will be really difficult, if you don't take care of yourself now, it's inevitable that later on you're going to have health issues. That's your hard. So it's the future hard. And again, it is looking into the future and deciding, what hard do I want to choose? Do I want to choose the hard right now that is going to help make things easier in the future? Or do I want to choose my hard later by making it easy for me right now? So that's a decision, that's a choice you got to make. And I'm going to leave you with that. Choosing and asking yourself these questions, getting clear on what you really want, what is really important for you. How can you use the things that come up as a way to evolve into something better? Because that is the goal. It's always the goal. I think I just worded myself out, but I hope this helps. I hope this makes sense. And I just want us, come show season and come a barrel race, that we can feel like we've done the work and we can feel empowered and we can lead by example for ourselves and for our horses and for our fellow competitors. Always keep that in mind. Empowered people empower people. Starts with us. We are our own hero. And I just think, realizing the power that you actually do have in your life. Maybe we always feel like we're out of control. Things just happen, but things will always happen. They've happened forever and they will always continue to happen forever. So accept that, embrace it, honor it. Do the work today that will make those things easier for you down the road. Do the hard work now, the good hard work now, so your future self will give your past self a pat on the back. Be like, good job, past self, for making my life easier now. Because there's always a future you. We're technically a past us already by listening to this. There's already a past us, there's a future us. So think of yourself in 6 months. What's something that you would be proud of yourself for doing the work now? And make your life easier. It's for yourself. Make your life easier. Like, I'm looking at my 6 month self away now. It's like, I want to make her life easier. What can I do right now to set myself up for that? And it's for us. Like, do the work for you. That's the most important. And if we all did that, imagine the world we'd live in. So yeah, that is the end of my rant. I hope this helps. I really do. And I think we're all capable of so much that we don't even realize. And I'm here to just help share that message, I guess. And I really just hope that it hits for you. Hope something clicks where you feel like, oh yeah, I need to be more empowered. I need to take control, take the reins, horse pun, take the reins a bit more and take more control, because I have control, even though I don't always feel like it, but I do. And deciding and leaning into the scary, into the hard, doing it willingly, because there's going to be scaries, there's going to be hards that come up. Choose to do them now. I challenge you. I'm going to leave off with this, a challenge. In your head, quickly, just off the top of your head, what's one thing that you've always had the inclination that you wanted to do, but you're terrified of? It could be anything. Taking a fitness class, signing up for stand-up, I don't know, asking somebody out, whatever you feel called, whatever it is, try to do it. Put yourself out there, step into the scary, step into the discomfort, because we live a very comfortable lives, most of us, and we get comfortable and then we stop and we just sit, and that's not where growth comes. We all know with nature as prime examples that growth comes from these tough things. Butterfly example, of course, becomes a butterfly, but it basically dies in a cocoon and then becomes a butterfly. I don't know how it works, but I'm just saying, we got to face these hard things. We got to face the challenges in order to grow. So let's start doing that. Let's give ourselves a challenge of what's something that's scary and hard that we feel a little fearful about doing, and let's try to do it. An example for myself would be speaking, doing a live speaking event, interviewing someone, reaching out to interview somebody, even fitness classes. It's kind of scary to go by yourself and do something like that. But again, that is one step closer to you just being stronger and being sure of yourself. And it just starts with those small little wins, those small little things that push us to grow, push us and force us into a new version of ourselves, the 2.0 version. And it's a new year coming up. So maybe Part of the questions you ask yourself is, how is this going to help me grow into the 2.0 version of me that I want to become, for me and for my horse and for my family and my community? What can I do now to be the example? What can I do now to start empowering myself, to empower others? And how can I start filling my glass? And these are all questions that we should ask ourselves, just have the awareness so we are being mindful through life, making decisions that are true to us and not allowing life to just keep bashing us. We're going to take more control. And yeah, my final bit is going to be that We Can Hustle is launching a new club. It's basically going to be an online community. Not basically, this is what it is. It's an online community with different instructors and teachers from all sorts of areas of the mind, body, ride, and soul that are just going to help us just level up in so many amazing, unique ways that we can, with our riding, with our mindset, with our physical, all the ways and pieces that make humans grow and level up. Obviously, we're horseback riders, so let's level up ourselves, level up our skills, our riding, our everything, so we can show up as our best and highest, fullest potential. Let's get every drop of our potential that we can, and let's do it together. So We Can Hustle Club is going to be launching the new year. I have a waiting list out, so if you want to get on the waiting list, obviously that's free. It's just so when it launches, you'll get the first insight to it all. We have instructors, we have amazing riders already in it. We have fitness, a really cool personal trainer who's going to have her space, who's going to help us with that. We have myself, who's going to help with the mindset and being basically your cheerleader. So that's my job. And yeah, it's just going to be a really cool place that we all can connect and learn and grow together, support each other, be accountable. A place that we can share our goals into the world, and a place that others are going to hear it. And I think that's big. That's really big. Just being able to share and speak where others hear and others are listening and others are there for you and supporting and encouraging you while we encourage them, all on our own journeys, all just going down our own path to our own discoveries and our own growth and potential. And we can do that together. I think the riding world is so amazing, but we have disconnect. I think it's an independent sport, right? And we always stick in our little bubbles. We can just do it by ourselves, but just because you can do it alone doesn't mean you have to, or that you should do it alone. And I really think community and connection and support and just friendship, all that together, like we need that. And that is what we're offering. And it'll be available in January. So if you want to get on that, please head over to We Can Hustle. There will be a link for the wait list. So get on the wait list, be ready for it, because it's going to, I just want to deliver on everything. I want to give everything away so we all can just be our best coaches, our best supporters, be our own hero, and train amazing, nice horses, get every drop of potential we can out of our horse and out of ourselves. And it's going to start with the We Can Hustle Club. Get on the wait list and we'll see you in there. If you have any questions or anything like that, just let me know. Any insight, or you want to be a part of it in some other way. We're always looking for help, more brains on board. Just send me a message if this is something that sounds interesting to you as well. And yeah, we'll get connected and we'll just keep going one step at a time until forever, just one step at a time. So this is me signing off now. Thank you so much for listening. I look forward to getting connected more, and I'm really excited for our future. So thanks for listening. This is Shelby, and we will talk soon. Goodbye for now.